Welcome, all of you. I hope you can hear me. All right, you can put your questions in the comment section, and then I will start addressing them for you. Time is moving. Let's share with other people so they can join us today. Let's share with other people and remind them so they can join us. Right, before we get started, you can put your questions. Can put your questions in the comment section, and then I would address them for you. All right. Molly, you're welcome. Molly, you're welcome. Let's see if we can get other people to join. All right, you're welcome, everyone. Okay, please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section, and then we can get started. Now, I just wanted to start by saying that, yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing good. I'm hanging in fine. Please, you can ask your questions in the comment section, and I will address them. Let me start off by the site I'm using. It called stock analysis. Stock analysis. Now this one, yeah, thank you, Apraku, thank you. Now this site is for those who want to be able to analyze stock, take a look at a particular stock and see how it's performing, find out information about the stock. All right. Yeah, thank you, Lucky. So all right, so with the keyboard all right, I'll stop typing. I'll sharing the links. Yeah. Okay, so this is called stockanalysis.com. If you see in the, you can either download it or you can visit them in the browser. Okay, you can download and visit them in the browser. Now, when you want to find information on a particular company, I think you should first come and have an idea of the company first. I've done this before, but it's worth mentioning again. When you want to know about a particular company, the first thing is you come. Remember, I mentioned that there's a ticker or companies are identified by some short code. So you put in the short code. So for instance, Cancom PLC, the short code is MTN. So you type MTN, okay, in the search area. And then when you type MTN in the search area, you look for, you have to know the stock exchange you are looking for the stock or where you want to find the stock, okay? And the stock exchange is the Ghana Stock Exchange. If it's the Ghana Stock Exchange, then you go looking for it on the Ghana Stock Exchange. So that would be GHSE. GHSE is the Ghana Stock Exchange. So you look for the thing on the Ghana Stock Exchange. That's how you look for it, okay? Then you find that particular thing here on the GSE, and then you select that stock. That is how you find the particular stock you are looking for. And this is how you study or find out basic information about the stock. Now, why am I doing this? We don't need to be in a situation where you're asking me if the company, like basic information about the company before we go deeper, okay? So you just come look for the company you're interested in. And then, so for instance, if I'm looking for SIC, I'll type SIC quickly here. And then I'll look for, yeah, then I will look for GHSESIC, okay? That is Ghana Stock Exchange SIC, okay? Then I'll select it. So that is me looking for that particular company. I want to know more about that particular company. That is how you search for a particular company, or that's why you look for information regarding a particular company. That's how the whole thing works from the beginning, okay? Now, If you find the company you are looking for, let's start off with SIC since it's become one of the common ones that we all know about. So first of all, the price, it's at the top here. So you will see the price and it will tell you when they got information, where they got this information, and they'll tell you the currency they are using to show all this information. Okay. Then first, the thing I want to show most of you, okay, is that essentially there's something here we call shares out. This one, it's called shares outstanding. This section, we call it shares outstanding. Now that tells you the total number of shares that company is selling. I repeat, this is the total number of shares that company is selling. Most of us think that the company goes around selling shares every day. Most of us are still thinking that it looks like every day the company is selling shares. No, the company is not selling shares every day. The total number of shares they are selling is the one you see here. So this company, SIC, is selling this number of companies, 195.65 million shares. Are you getting me? So it means that these are the number of shares SIC has released into the market. They don't do new shares every day. It looks like some of us are not getting that part very clear. Some of us are not getting that part very clear. They don't do new shares every, so you know that this is the number of shares. So somebody will ask me a question like, oh, I'll make a video about a particular company. Somebody asking me, are they still selling shares? Are they still selling shares? Companies are always trading shares, okay? They don't sell shares and stop. They are always selling it. So if you see 195, that's the total number of shares. So if you find any other company, you want to know the number of shares they are selling, just look at the shares outstanding part, okay? And the market cap, when we say market cap, we are talking about the total, the size of that company in terms of money. If you are following, please let us know in the comment. When we say market cap, we are talking about the size of the company in terms of money. Okay. So let me know in the comment if you are following. When we say market cap, it is the size of the company in terms of money. Now, what you are seeing here is that when the share price is increasing, are you with me? When the market cap is like the number of shares the company has multiplied by the value of one share. The number of shares the company has multiplied by the value of one share. Are you with me? So if the share price is going up, it means the market cap is also going up. Are you getting my point? Please, if you are getting, let us know in the comment. Just say yes in the comment section. When the market price is going up, the market cap, when the share price is going up, the market cap will also be going up. I hope you are getting it. Yeah. So you see that, having seen what's happening to SIC, the cap has gone up by 1,460%. The market cap of SIC has gone up by 1,460%. So it means that the share of SIC is increasing. So why do I want to explain this to you again? You see, when a stock is rising, the cap is going up, and when the stock price is going down, the cap is going down as well. So at any particular point in time, like Jade is saying in the comment, the number of shares times the price of the share is what gives you the market cap. So you see that SIC has been doing well this couple of days, so it's going up. So that is what you need to pay attention to importantly. Now, then again, most of you, so the question is, if you see a company like this growing in this trend, is it a good one? Yes, it's a good company. You can see the trend, right? It's going up, but this is a 1 year performance. This is 1 year performance. Cornerstone, you're welcome. This is a 1 year performance, okay? Now you can look at it over a longer period. You can look at it over a longer period to understand if the company has really been doing well. So look at 5 years and see. You look at it for 5 years, you see, yes, it's also doing well, but majority of the growth is happening from 2026. Okay, so yes, SIC is relatively doing well. It's relatively doing well. So question, is it a good stock? At least from now, we are seeing all the metrics going good for them. All the metrics are going good for them. So you can see the search is going up. So that's what you pay attention to. Overall, that's what you pay attention to. Now, then again, if you're a dividend person, if you're somebody who likes dividend, you don't need to ask us if the company pays dividend or not. When you come to stock analysis, go to dividend, go to the dividend section. You don't need to be asking Jade, Does this company pay dividend? You don't need to be asking us those questions. I hope you are following. If you are following, put yes in the comment. You don't need to call anybody and be asking, do they pay dividend? Come to stock analysis, go to the dividend section, and then you can see if they are paying dividend or not. You'll be able to see the history of the dividend. Have you seen it? So you will know that SIC, they pay once a year. So you know that they paid what? January 19th, they paid their dividend. The last one they also paid in 2025 was January 3rd. The last one was January 13th. So you can see for ones that they usually are paying dividend, but you can see that they didn't pay dividend 2023. So you don't have to ask anybody, oh, does this company pay dividend? You don't need to do that. You can see it from here. So you come to stock analysis for the company, and you can tell if the company is paying dividend or not. It's actually just easy for you to check. It's very easy for you to check. You don't need to go and ask anybody. So I hope that's making sense. So if we want to check, does Go pay dividend? You just go and look for Go, and you look for it on the Ghana Stock Exchange. You look for GOL, Go PLC. Look for it on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Click on them. It takes you to the dividend tab. Go and look at them. You look at Go now. You see, okay, they are paying dividend. Since most of you are interested in dividend, that's the reason why I'm drawing some stress on the dividend side for you. That's why I'm highlighting the dividend for you. So there's no business asking us, do they pay dividend? Like some of these questions, you could have avoided them by just checking it out yourself. Okay. Now you look at Go, you come down here, look at it. They paid 2025. Look at the pay date, September. They also paid 2024. They paid 2023. They paid 2022 and then 2021. In fact, they paid the other one, but just that I'm on the free version, so I can't see more. So you can see that Gold is a constant dividend payout. Gold has always been paying dividend if you look at this place carefully. Now you can see the amount they've paid. The amount they paid. Now, in as much as the amount is small, it's based on the price of the stock, right? The price of the stock has now reached 4 cedis and something. So this is how you check if a company pays dividend or not. You don't need to ask anybody. You can come and check for yourself. You can come and put your question in the comment section if you have some questions, and we'll gladly address them. And if you put your question there, we'll address them as we go along. Any question, put it in the comment section and we'll address them. But this is how you check. I hope now you can easily check if a company is paying dividend or not. You don't need to ask any of us, right? You just come here, put in, and just find it. I hope that makes sense. For most of us. So we don't have to check. You need confirm yourself. You confirm yourself, and then you can go ahead. If you like dividend, then you have to check that as well before you go ahead. Right. Then you also look at Gold again on the market cap. 1.7 billion. And then you see that it has grown 190% over the period, which means that, but interestingly enough, you can see the dividend, the revenue has dropped. Yes, I will explain those things for you. Thank you, Richcom. Somebody is asking a question. We should explain P ratio. We explain definitely. Right. So you see that the revenue has dropped. Now, somebody is asking, let's explain P ratio. It's important. Now, let's look at, if you want to find a P ratio, this is where you find a P ratio. Now, the P ratio simply means that if you look at, so people convert, let me explain P ratio so that you understand in a very simple way. Now, you have paid some amount of money before you bought the shares. So if you bought the shares for CD 35 pesos, the question is, and then they are paying you a particular amount of dividend. If you compare the amount you paid for the share versus the dividend that you are paid, okay, so it's like price to earnings ratio. So you look at the price of the stock, which is 4.3, and then you compare to the earnings, which is the dividend you get. If you look at it, that's the P ratio. So the price relative to the earning. Now, let me explain why this makes a lot of sense, or this is crucial. So when I say P ratio, is the price to earnings, comparing the price to how much you earn in dividend. Are you getting it? Richcom, I hope you are getting that. Now, why is that important? You see, if you buy two stocks, Okay, let's say you bought some stock at 10 cedis and then you bought another stocks at 20 cedis. If you want to check which of them is paying you well, then you need the PE ratio. Because if I look at stock A, I bought it 10 cedis, and but then pay me dividend 1 cedis. And then I bought another stock 20 cedis, and that company is also paying me dividend 1 cedi. Then it looks like the one I bought 10 cedis is more rewarding than the one I bought 20 cedis. Are you getting the point? I hope that if you understand that, let us know in the comment section as well. So price to earnings ratio is what we call PE, and it's used to measure how rewarding it is for the company you have invested in, how rewarding it is. You have invested in that company. Are you getting good value for your money? That's what we do when we look at the PE ratio. Does that make sense? That's what we mean when we say the PE ratio, and it helps. So ideally, on a normal day, if you are getting, because you are dividing the price over the earnings, if the P ratio is lower, it's better. Hope you are getting it. The lower the P ratio, the better. So if you are comparing two companies in the same industry, or you want to compare how rewarding they are, the lower the P ratio, the better. I hope you are getting it. The lower the P ratio is the better. Yeah, the lower the P ratio is the better, because you are dividing the price of the stock by the earnings. So if the earning is becoming bigger, then you see that the P ratio should be going smaller. The P ratio should be going smaller. That is the meaning. That's the meaning. I hope that explains. Yeah. All right, cool. So that explains it for you. So it's a crucial thing. And then let me also explain something called payout ratio. It's also important. When you are doing a deeper analysis, let me explain something for you called the payout ratio, which you can see if you go to the dividend, you'll find the payout ratio. Now, the reason this is important is that I see a company makes profit. Okay, they make profit, and then they put some into paying you dividend. Now, how much of the profit they use to pay the dividend is what we call the payout ratio. What amount of the money they make do they pay to investors? So let's say, for instance, like Jade and I were exploring last time, we look for a company like Anglo Gold Ashanti, which the price, if you look at Anglo Gold Ashanti, let's come to the overview of Anglo Gold Ashanti. If you watch Anglo Gold Ashanti, you see that the price has been 37 for a very long time. The price of Anglo Gold Ashanti has been 37 cedis for a very long time. Now, then it means that it must be rewarding when it comes to dividend. Are you getting it? Because if the company price is not growing, then it means that maybe they are paying a lot of dividend. They are paying a lot of dividend. So if you look at Anglo Gold Ashanti, which has been 37 for a very long time, then if I'm going to invest in it, then maybe I'm benefiting from the dividend. That is why I'm investing in them. So if you look at this stock, you see the dividend yield 49%, almost 50%, which means that every now and then they are increasing the dividend that they are paying. Does that make sense? It means that Anglo Gold Ashanti, if you are going to buy Anglo Gold Ashanti, you're not buying it for capital gain. Please, if you are following, put gains in the comment. It means that if you are investing in a company like Anglo Gold Ashanti, your main aim is not for the capital gain. Your aim is actually for the dividend. Because if you look at it, the dividend ratio is very high. The dividend is high. That their price doesn't increase a lot, but they pay dividend the most. And you see payout ratio. Look at their payout ratio, 33%. It means that they pay a lot of the money that they make in revenue. They pay out a lot of it. I hope that's clear for you as well. Yeah, I hope that's clear for you. So companies that really don't grow, or they are not increasing a lot, you are not getting a lot of capital gain. What it means is that maybe perhaps then maybe they are paying a lot of it, a lot when it comes to dividend. They are paying a lot when it comes to, because some companies are dividend stocks. Uh, some companies are dividend stock. So that's how you look at it. Yeah, that's how you look at it. Just dividend. They are not, the price is not going up. They are just paying you a lot of dividend. That's all they are doing. They are paying dividend heavily. That's all they do. They are paying dividend heavily. Good. Does that make sense? So, like, so if you are looking at a company that is not growing, then perhaps their focus is on dividend. Their focus is on dividend. Good. Now, let me also show you one company that Benso Oil Palm Plantation. Look at Benso Oil Palm Plantation. You come and you look at the dividend side. Benso, look at, so if you want to ask us a question like how often does a company pay dividend, you can do that yourself by coming to then look for the company, go to the dividend section, okay? Then head to this section. Look at this. 2025, there are two 2025, means that they pay dividend twice in 2025. They pay dividend twice in 2025. Are you getting it? Yeah. So you look at it. If you want to ask me how often does a company pay dividend, look at this. They pay two times in 2025. They pay two times in 2024. They pay two times in 2023, and they pay two times in what? 2022. It means that BOPP is known for paying dividend twice a year. So these are some of the things you can look out for. These are some of the things you can look out for. You don't have to ask us. No, no, no. You can look out for some of these things yourself. You can look out for some of these things for yourself. And you also look at, they pay a lot in dividend. They put most of their money in dividend, but you'll see that the dividend yield is not high, which means that they really are not increasing their dividend as it goes along. Most of their focus was not on increasing dividend. I hope you are getting it. It's on, if you look at this, if you look at the overview, oh, this is stock analysis, stockanalysis.com, stockanalysis.com. I like it because it helps you do for any stock at all, not just Ghana, any stock at all. Look at Benzo, you look at the growth, see the growth. Now, somebody asked a question today that I like to address, most of you, like, if I want to find out what the price of a stock in January, right? If you look at here, if I want to find out the price of the stock in January, what do I need to do? I can literally go to maybe a 1 month period, or I can go to a 3 month period, right? And then you see, I can see that this was the price in January 30th. Okay. So if you're asking me what was the price of a particular stock at a particular time, somebody asked me that question today, what do? Go to the analysis website, look for the period under review. Look for the period under review. So I'm looking for January. So somewhere 3 months ago. And then where will I go to? Look at, this is February. This price here is February, right? So I mean, if I go back a bit, I'll be finding January, right? So yes. So you can go back in time and find the price of a particular stock. So we can see that Benzo sometimes in January, let's go back again if we want to go a bit back. Sometimes in January 2026, which may be sometime January 7th, the price was 58. So that's how you can go. If you need to, people are asking me, how do I find the stock price at a particular point in time? This is how you find it. You go to the particular stock, look for the range filter at the top here, and then just bring your mouse to the time you are looking for, the date will be showing, and then you can see the price to your right. I hope that's making sense for all of us. I hope that's making sense to most of us. You can put your questions in the comment section, and then we'll address them for you. Remember, you are here to ask all your questions, and we'll address them. We are not doing this on TikTok so that we don't get a lot of people joining and bringing us backward. So you can ask the questions you want to ask. Any questions from your side, you are free to ask them. But I think stock analysis you would need to have. I will show you another site also, but that's not fully free. So stock analysis is very free, so you can always access it. You can download the app. They actually have an app called Stock Analysis. So when you put the app, this logo, and you see this logo right here at the top left corner, you can that should be the logo looks like this, and then you download it, and then you can use it as well at your side, at least to check the price of stock. Does that make sense? That's making sense. All right, cool. I hope that. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the financials. If you ask your question in the comments, we'll address them for you, so you can ask your question. The next thing I want to show you is the financials. Right, this is not a stockbroker. This is stock analysis. Okay, this is not a stockbroker. It just allows you to look at stock. It depends on the market I'm in. I use IC, I use Blackstar, I use SAS, I use a number of brokers. Depends on where I am investing from. Okay, depends on where I want to invest in. That crown. Yeah, it depends on. I use IC, I use Blackstar, I use SAS, I use a number of brokers. Depends on what I want to invest in. I don't stick just with one. So you come to Benzo we look at yeah, it's easy. I think it's easy to just look at the overview at least. Yes, Maoli, yes, at least the overview you should, as a beginner, you should at least see, look at the shares outstanding, at least the total number of shares. BOPP has, they don't float a lot of shares, 34 point something million, right? So you can, these basic things, find out dividend. These things you should be able to find out yourself, okay? Uh-huh. Right. Please kindly type the custodial holding of share by stockbroker. I'm not sure what the question is, though. Uh, well, it depends on Charles. S&P 500 depends on where you are. See, it comes back to where you are, because if you are in the US, for instance, there's a lot of apps like investment brokers, Fidelity, and all the other ones, right? But if you are in Ghana, so Charles, it depends on where you are. If you are in Ghana, then that's a different conversation, because then you don't have access to those companies, right? If you're in Ghana, you only have Blackstar and Bamboo, right? You only have Blackstar and Bamboo, so those are the only thing you are limited to, unless you can be able to KYC in those countries. So that's why you have to look at it from that angle. Now, then again, I like to show you something right here. Then we go. See, if you look on the financials, it's not too difficult. See, I'm trying to break it down for you. When you go to the financial section, okay, as a beginner, these are just the basic things you need to watch, okay? Just go to the financials and then look at the revenue, okay? Look at the revenue. You start from the right side and you go towards the left. Your question you ask yourself is that, is this increasing? The company must be making revenue. The revenue must be increasing. That's all you need to do. Uh-huh. Are you getting my point? You only need to go to the revenue side and look at, is the company you are investing in right now, are they making more revenue? That's all you need to be doing. Are you getting that thing? That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be doing a lot of things. Then you come and look at the revenue growth. You look at the growth also. You want to be seeing green. It should be increasing. They should be making more revenue. You see that in 22, it's okay if a company struggles for a few moments. Are you with me? It's okay if the company struggles. For instance, this red. But as an investor, once you can understand why they struggled, you are fine. Then you look at the revenue. Okay. Then you come to net income. Those are the things you should pay attention to. The net income should also be increasing. The percentage, you should be seeing some growth. So here you see that, oh, BOPP is struggling. So you understand what's happening, right? You see that they are struggling in this 2023, 2024, 2025. We have some issues to deal with. I hope you are getting the whole thing. So that is how you look at it. You don't need to really understand the details, but if you are investing in a company, you should know that the money is increasing. Okay, the money is increasing, and then, so that, because if the company is not growing, how are you also going to benefit? You will not benefit if the company is growing. I hope you are getting it. Put your questions in the comment section. We'll do our well to understand it. So let's go back to a typical company that's doing really well, and I'll show you a few things. Let's say MTN. I'm looking at MTN. Then I type the stock. Ruth Sante, if you are Ruth, if you are in Ghana, the question is it good for a beginner to invest in a foreign stock? Why not, if you know what you are doing? If you know what they are doing, you go ahead and invest in it. But I will advise you start to understand. Ghana is easy to understand. You need to understand Ghana, which is easy to understand. If you cannot understand Ghana, it will be difficult to say go and invest in the US or the foreign stock that is moving fast. So for me, Ghana, the stock market is also doing very well right now. So for me, I would say start from where you understand roots. Start for where it is easy. Where it is easy, then you can upgrade to that one. Now, Mauli, a number of things affect the stock. So what do? You Google out the news about them. You find out what's the information about them, what is causing them to increase or drop. So you search Okay, you search about the company, you understand what happened around that time, and then if it's justified, you can go. So this is MTN we are looking at. Look at MTN. We are on revenue. Look at MTN's revenue. I want you to catch up. Look at MTN's revenue. See how MTN has been increasing. You see why people say MTN is a good company? If you understand, put in the comment MTN. You see why MTN stocks are hotcakes? If you understand, put in the comment MTN. See their growth as well. See the revenue growth. MTN has been on the steady increase. That is why MTN stocks are really, if you, that's why people are always talking on social media, buy MTN, buy MTN. You understand, the company has proven to be increasing steadily in terms of revenue over the period. They've never seen a decline since 2021. I hope you are getting it. If you have followed it, put MTN in the comment. They are always on the increase. You look at the numbers, okay? And also, yes, you go to their net income, always on, look at the net growth, always on the increase. MTN has always seen an increase. That is why everybody say buy MTN, buy MTN. It is for this reason. They have looked at the numbers. So they are not just saying buy it from out of nowhere. They have looked at the numbers. Are you getting it? So that is why you too must be able to see the numbers. So if you too see another company performing this way, it's a good stock. I hope you are getting me. You can go and look for all the Ghana stocks. Look for the ones that have good growth pattern and invest in them. Is that too difficult? Let me know in the comment section. Is that too difficult? That's not difficult, right? You MTN is a good model. You see how they are doing. You see how they are doing. So you will see that those are the, you look at the earnings per share. The earnings have also grown over the period. So you see, you want to look for growth. Look at the dividend growth. Somebody was asking us last time. Yeah, always green. Somebody is asking us dividend growth. You see, MTN has doing best, always increasing as we go along. So this is the reason why anybody you ask which share you should buy, they will say MTN. This is why. This is the reason. This is the reason why everybody will say MTN. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Now let me look at a company that struggled a bit this couple of days so that you understand. Okay. That is why when we say when you mention car bank, and people are saying uh, people are mentioning some things. Have you seen car bank? Look at car bank. Some of the years they did not even declare revenue. Are you getting it? Sometimes they did not even declare revenue. This is how they struggle. That is how they struggled. Until what? This year, last year, that is why they made some revenue. Are you getting the whole thing? That is why, have you seen? So that is why their struggles are real. That is why people say it's risky. So you understand why the price is going up now, right? Because people are, this year they have done well. 2025 they've done well. If you are looking at the numbers, you look at the revenue as well, you see this year they have reported some revenue. Yeah, ambassador is here, oh Charlie. But they struggled in the previous year. They didn't even declare revenue. They did not even declare revenue. Are you with me? So you would see why we are, some of these things you can check out for yourself. Once you hear about a stock, quickly come and check it here. Okay. Any stock you hear, somebody say buys this, come and check and convince yourself first. I hope you are following me. Please, if you haven't subscribed, do us your honest and subscribe, and let's stay connected. Yeah. I hope this explains some basic things to you. I hope this explains. You check a stock, find out. Now let's go to car bank dividend. Go here. Now, somebody was asking me last time, when will car bank pay dividend? That's the question somebody was asking me. Look at the last time they paid dividend. When was that? 2022. So they haven't paid dividend 2023, 2024. No, we are not sure what will happen this 2025. So if you are investing in car bank, you should know that you are not in for the dividend. Does that make sense? You are not in for the dividend. So these are some of the things you should know. These are some of the things you should know. So you don't, and if you look at it, they usually, even if they are going to pay dividend, they usually say their dividend sometime in June. So I hope you are following. So these are some of the things I would like to bring to your attention all the time. If you hear any stock, come and check them. Please, if you're on the call and you have invested in stock before, put yes. We are over 40 people on the call. If you are invested in stock, you own some stock, put yes in the comment section. Put yes in the comment section. Let me see if we are following, we are learning, or some of us are still not taking action. All right. Yeah, Ruth is asking something. Okay, let me show you something on the preferred and the common stock. Okay, Ruth is asking a question like that. Remember, you can also ask questions. Okay, you can ask questions. I'm going to show, because Ruth asked a question about preferred and common stock, means that Ruth has been watching the videos. Right. I'm going to show you something quickly. I'm going to show you some. Thank you. Yes. Don't just be somebody who is following. You to be taking action. If you are not taking action there, if you are not taking action, you are not doing well. Now let me show you something, because Ruth is asking us to do that. I'm changing my screen, so if you have, let us know so that we can. Uh, Now, if you want to check preferred and common stock, let me start from this explanation. Now, when they are different, so most of us are buying what we call common stock, okay? Most of us are buying what we call common stock as it stands right now, okay? Now, let me go and share with you again. If you have my new screen, please let me know. I'm bringing up a new screen. Let me know if you have the new one. If you have my new screen, let me know. It's a GSE market watch full of numbers. If you have it, you just let us know. It's full of numbers. Okay, I think you have it now. You have it soon. Now, there are a lot of shares you can own. Okay, there are a lot of shares you can own. Okay, you have my screen now. Now, we call something common stock and we call something preferred stock. Okay, now just like we have VIP. When we have, thank you, Jade. Just like we have VIP. Okay, VIP is also available in the stock market. Okay, now if you look at the top left corner, you see symbol. Okay, you see symbol here. This is the GSE market watch, where you can see what is happening on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Okay, now if you look here, you will see symbol. Now under it is SCB, and under it is SCB Pref. Okay, now SCB means Standard Chartered Bank. Are you with me? SCB Standard Chartered Bank, and the other one is Standard Chartered Bank Preferred Stock. So the normal stock you see is the common stock. So all the stock you have been buying so far is common stock. Are you with me? That's the common stock. But there's another one also called preferred stock. Now, in my video, I explained the difference between the two. There are some advantages to the common and there's an advantages to the preferred. But I wanted to show you an example of it. So you see, this is Standard Chartered Bank, the common stock, and the Standard Chartered Bank, the preferred stock. Yes, so you see that when we say preferred, usually when there's time to pay dividend, they'll pay the preferred people first before the common people. The common people there, you are not VIP. Okay, you are not a VIP. Now, this is mainly designed for, because there's not a lot of people who are investing in the preferred stock. It's not that volatile like the common stock. Are you getting it? So you see that this preferred stock is even selling at what? 90 pesos, while the common stock is 39. Are you getting it? It's not every company that has that. Only some companies decide to have a preferred and a common stock. Does that make sense? If you understand that, let us know. So if you are going to buy shares, you can check whether they have preferred or common. And then if you watch my video on the detailed explanation between the two, then you can choose the one that best suits your case. But most of us, all the shares we own right now are common shares or common stocks. There's not really any we are always owning the common stock. Any question, put your questions in the comment section and I'll address them for you. I will address them for you quickly. So now you know the difference between the two and how you can spot it. So these two stocks are for the same company, but one is common and one is preferred. The common ones, like Jeff said, is for the common floor members, maybe even. Now, if you are not following us, do subscribe, share so we can reach a lot of people. Put your questions in the comment section. This site is called the GSE Market Watch. If today is the first time you are seeing it, this website is designed so that if you need to be able to see what is happening on the stock market, I put it in the let me see if I can put it in the comments. Yes, I'm putting in the comments. Yes, if you need to know what's happening on the stock market every day in Ghana, at least at a higher level, this is where you come and see it. So if you are struggling to know what the price of the stock is, you can take a look at it here. It's always here. Right, there's a question called, is MTN overvalued? Now, to check if a stock is overvalued or not, it takes a lot of mathematics, okay? Now, what do you mean when we say a stock is overvalued? When we say a stock is overvalued, what we mean is that if you check the price, there's at any particular point in time, there's an intrinsic value of a stock. I'll repeat that again. There's an intrinsic value of a stock, okay, at any particular point. When we say intrinsic value, it means that when you do the calculation mathematically, there's a value of a stock. Are you getting my point? So if you do that, you know the value of the stock. And then once you know the value of the stock, you can compare that with how much the stock is selling in the market. I'll repeat that again. I'm going to check. So you know the value of a stock. Let's say the value of the stock, you do your mathematics and all the assets and everything you consider. There are different methods. You realize that the stock is 10 cedis in your book, in the calculation. But then you look at the stock market and the stock is selling at 20 cedis. It means that it is overvalued. Okay. But most of us don't have the math background to ascertain this part. So we come to I come to another website I call Simply Wall Street. They do the mathematics for you. Are you with me? They do the maths. So come to Simply Wall Street and I'll look for MTN like he's asking. I'll look for MTN when I come to the Simply Wall Street. It's also another website. Okay. It's also another website. Okay. So I'll do that and then I'll select the stock that I want to look at. In this case, I want to look at MTN Scancom PLC, which is the MTN that is from Ghana. So I'll select it. Now, when I select it, I'll have a screen pop up. Okay. Please, this is important, especially if you need to find if something is overvalued or not. Because you and I cannot go and download all their books and do the analysis. Are you getting my point? Good. Simply Wall Street. So I come here and I put it MTN. I look for it. Then you look on the screen. You see that towards your right. Make sure your cursor is not deceiving you. Please be careful. Based on where you are looking at, you see, I'm going to do it for you. Somewhere March 2025, the price of MTN was different. So at that time, you can say overvalue or things will be different. But you see, when I look at it at this time, this is somewhere in October 2025, MTN was undervalued. I hope you are seeing it. If you are looking at my cursor, somewhere around here. But currently, as it stands, MTN is overvalued by 1.6%. I hope you are following. Currently, as it stands right now, if you look at my top right corner, this said you see that MTN is overvalued by the red text. MTN is overvalued by 1.6%. Are you getting it? Which means that they think, based on their calculation, they use what we call analytical price target. They use what we call analytical price target. And they are saying that ideally from the analytical price target, the price of MTN should be what? 5.47. The price should be 5.47 based on the analytical price target is like, if we look at the revenue the company would make, and we use it to consider all the assets, we can, and based on the number of shares they are floating, we can say this is the price of the stock. And so based on that, the analytical target price is 5.47. But MTN is right now is selling at 5.56, so they think it's overvalued. Maoli, I hope you are getting it. So that is how you find out if something is overvalued. You would have done the math yourself, but these people have done the mathematics for you already. These people have done. Now, the fact that it's overvalued today does not mean that tomorrow it may not be undervalued. It's possible that it may be undervalued tomorrow as well. So you have to, but this is what I always advise. Listen to me. This is my advice, my personal advice is that me, before I buy a stock, at the time I'm buying it, when it's available, I want to check if it's undervalued or overvalued. Because if it's undervalued the time I'm buying it, it means that I'm getting a good deal. Do you understand? It's like I'm getting an iPhone a little bit lower than the price at which they are selling it. Please, are you getting it? Yes. So I will personally check if I see a stock I want to buy. I want to check if it's undervalued or overvalued before I go into it. But there's a lot you can do here when you come here as well. You can look at the graph. Look at the greens means that the company is doing really well. Look at the health, good. Past, they've done well, just a few things. You look at the future, they think they have a future prospect. And in terms of dividend, they have a higher dividend payout. Yeah. So that's how you look at, yeah. So that's how you look at some of these things. That's how you look at some of these. Any question? Put your questions in the comment section. We'll address them for you as we go along. So these tools are all at your disposal, and it's just supposed to help you make a decision. But of course, the decision again lies with you, whether you are deciding to go ahead or purchase it. Right now, so somebody's asking, looking at the way things are going. Somebody says, Charles is asking a question. Looking at the way things are going, almost all the stocks are overvalued. So you see, yeah, at any particular point in time, the stock can be overvalued, but tomorrow it may be undervalued. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Yeah, it's not as if it's overvalued forever. Please, I hope you are getting it. Uh, the company is not overvalued forever. I'm putting the name of the website in the comments. It's called Simply Wall Street. So there's a lot of tools. I've made some of the videos about them, so sometimes it can help you as well. Yeah. So look, yes, like you are saying, yes, a company can be overvalued, but it doesn't mean that it will remain overvalued always. So look at SIC, looking at the future cash flow, look at how they think SIC is overvalued. But you see, it does not mean that it's a problem. Please, are you getting it? It is okay if you can get it undervalued. But if you are getting it overvalued, you should know that you are offering more than that share at the time you are buying it. I hope you are getting it. Charles, I hope it makes sense. Look at SIC, heavily overvalued, heavily overvalued. But it does not mean it's not a good stock, but you should know that you're offering more. If you buy it right now, you're offering too much for it. But if you intend to hold it for a long term, then that is a good deal. I hope we are all getting the point. Yeah. So that's what you need to know. I will not have you ignorant about some of these things. If you know some of these things, you know the decision you are making. You know that I'm buying SIC, but the price I'm buying it right now is expensive. But I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait so I can still go ahead and buy it. But if you know, at the end of the day, the stock will correct itself. There's something we call correction. The stock will correct itself. The price will come down at some point in time. Are you with me? The price will come down at some point in time. So if you are not in for the long term, when it corrects itself, you Right, put your questions in the comments so that it doesn't. This is an opportunity for you before you. We don't want to leave you without knowing some of these questions. So please ask your questions. Okay, ask your questions. I will not have you leave without questions being answered. Okay, so please ask your questions. Very important. Good. Ask your question. This is how so that you don't go with all those questions and then good. I hope I hope you are getting it. I think the network broke up a bit. It broke up a bit, so but we are back. Sorry, I think the network got jammed a bit. All right, put your questions in and let me do one last thing of comparing some two companies for you, and then you can what's happening to Total? Well, yeah, I mean, I would let me do this for you. Let me share. Total's revenue has plumbed, so it only makes sense what is happening to them. Let me share this with you as well. You see, let's look at that as well. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back and let's look at Total. Okay, you see, people are reacting to things. Some of us, you think that the things they don't happen by chance. People react to the things, right? So let's go and look for Total Energies. Okay, GSE Total. So I'll look for Total Energies. Now I've selected Total. Now Total is dropping. Something must be happening. That is why it's dropping. Are you with me? Now look at my dividend side. Let's start from dividend. Let's start from dividend. I hope you are with me. If a company that paid dividend somewhere 2 cedis, okay, somewhere it pays it twice. You see, they pay dividend twice a year. I seen it. Right. So that's why people heavily believe Total. Look at the payout ratio. Total pays a lot of dividend to its followers. Okay. Now you look at the financials of Total. You look at it. Can you see what's happening? Please, if you can see what's happening, let me know in the comment section. Let's wrap up quickly so that we don't keep you for long. Can you see what's happening to Total? Can you see what's happening to Total in 2025? I hope you are seeing it. Can you see it? Let's know in the comment section. Yeah, so so you see the revenue has dropped. So people are reacting, exactly. People are reacting to it. That's what you should know about the stock market. When something happens, people will react to it. Are you getting it? Exactly. So people are reacting. Yeah, people are reacting. Hot has over. When we say SMB console, when we say there's outstanding shares does not mean the shares are there sitting idle. Okay. SMB console, it does not mean that the shares they are there sitting idle. No, that's not the meaning. It doesn't mean that the shares are there and they are not doing anything with them. That's not the meaning. People own the shares. People have the shares. Okay, people have them. So the shares are not sitting idle. Uh-huh. It's stock analysis. I've showed you this already. It's stock. Yeah, so revenue has dropped. Investors are worried. The question is you should go and read the news and see what happened in the news that they have dropped revenue. But for the investor, the revenue has dropped. It calls for alarm. Look at over the years, the revenue has never dropped like that, right? Only 2025. You see why people are worried? Molly, do you see why people are worried? Exactly. So people are reacting. Any question? I hope this session was helpful and I hope we'll have other sessions. If you want to see us do this again, let me know in the comment section. If you want us to do this again and look at more stocks, please just put again in the comment. Let us know if we need to repeat this because the last time we did, a lot of you didn't join, so it wasn't making sense for me to. If you want us to do this again, let's know. Yes, investors are scared now. Yes, people are worried. They don't know what's happening. There's something happening in France and it's affecting Total, and people are concerned and they are coming out. Yes, but then again, their net income was massive. Revenue drop. They were efficient in their operations, so that's what is causing people a bit worried. But yeah. Somebody say, yeah, supply syrup. Well, Republic is not doing too bad. If you look at the numbers, they are not doing too bad. Right. So thank you, everyone. Yeah, just I just plan to keep it simple so that you can yeah. One question. I know hedge funds are sentimental analysis, but do you think retailers can master that? Uh, hmm. Hedge funds are use well, yeah, I mean, sentiment cannot be removed, but the sentiment is driven by something. Okay, Island, the sentiment is driven by something. Don't be causing the sentiment. So when you know what is causing the sentiment, you can learn from that. Okay, so usually maybe something or something happens. That's why I try to understand people's sentiments, understand what is causing the sentiment. Are you getting it? Uh-huh. So, and Republic Bank has done amazingly well in revenue. Attention are going to them. That makes sense. So don't try to understand people's sentiments, but understand what is causing the sentiment or what is causing them to behave the way they are behaving. Yeah, right. Right. A lot of you have not responded if you want us to keep doing this. So you see, if we without the feedback, we will not know if we should be doing more of this or we should just sit on the fence. So let us know so we can do more of this. Thank you all for joining us today. The session is recorded, so you can always refer to it. Okay, you can always refer to this session and learn whatever you want to do. Uh-huh. So, the, you see, you can't say that there's a lot. Human beings behave differently, right? So human beings they behave differently. So, for instance, if you say yet the operations revenue they have become more efficient, they have paid more dividend, then it will balance out, right? It will balance out. So it depends. If people are excited about the dividend, you see, they may just not complain about the revenue necessarily, but they see that, oh, you have rewarded us after the dividend. And sometimes